This is what I get for taking a long-ass bath.
I cannot take it anymore. Cut the man card. It's gone. Taken. Revoked. Woo! We are back. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you with me. We have Emily and Brennan. Brennan is still a not so nice person, of course. Michael and Chloe, who are struggling to figure out who is the more masculine and who is the more feminine one. I have my guesses. And Austin and Becca, I'm starting to flip even more and more on my opinion of them and who is more at fault in that relationship. But first, make sure you follow, comment, like, subscribe, share as well, hit the bell, and make sure that you get the notifications when new videos come out. Married at First Sight on Thursday, as you know, 90 Day Fiancé on Monday, and Smothered on Saturday. We're going to be looking at Love at First, or not Love at First Sight, probably not that. But we're going to be looking at Love is Blind coming up soon, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Once we get to 1,000, we're going to be looking at that live, 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be looking at that live show, so I'm really looking forward to that as well. Thank you for all the support. So starting off with Emily and Brennan, who are always a fun couple because Emily's starting to get a little pushbacky, a little attitude-y, a little snarky, if you will, at times, and kind of say how she really feels. And Brennan is still Brennan. He's kind of always been a douchebag. He's always been that person who really is not who he portrayed himself, and we'll see that in here as they look back on their videos of their interviews, which gets interesting. Now, Brennan just got done saying that it would suck, if you will, which is what he said, to lose Emily, and that's why he continues to work. Now, I haven't seen that work, but then immediately after that, he starts to get frustrated and go back into that state of, I'm really looking like I'm someone that might hit you.
Yeah, I feel sometimes like how I've expressed, I don't feel like you treat me as a friend to like,
See, look,
to me,
now watch.
Like,
Okay, look. Cuts her off again. Says, no, no. Trying to portray himself on camera. I don't know if he thinks that the way he portrays himself is good on camera, but if he does, then behind the scenes it must be really bad, because he has said before he's trying to portray himself on. It's not just what she said that he wants to do. He has actually said he wants to portray himself good on camera. So he's admitted it. So that's pretty clear. And as soon as she starts to go into something that I think he knows will not make him look well or look good, he cuts it off. He stops it. He is not going to be good for this relationship. She needs to leave. She needs to run for the hills. I've been saying this. She's got her own issues, sure. But damn, this dude, he got problems.
You want to go down this? You want to do this?
He said you want to do this.
I think it's just acknowledging that I am your friend sometimes.
So this is what kills me. She wants him to acknowledge that I'm your friend. She wants him to acknowledge this reset where they're going to start out as friends, when this is not what this is for. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. She should have cut and run, or he should have cut and run. If this is not what he wants, and it clearly isn't, then cut and run. Go to someone else who maybe will put you in your place or something more. But the fact that they're still riding this out makes me think that this really is just for the show, just for the ratings, just for the experts to be able to get this show and continue it going with, whatever ratings they get, which makes me think that this show is just for the ratings, and that's it. There's not even a love component in here, and you see that when they start looking back at their videos.
Care about him.
They care about him?
Why am I still here?
Look at her sarcasm on that. She said, sometimes I just want to leave, but I care about him. Like, clearly, she is filled with sarcasm and filled with passive aggressiveness, and I don't blame her for that. Like, passive aggressive is not a way to be. It's not a communication style. It doesn't work. It makes relationships fail. But where she's at, not feeling like like he's not given an inch. Like, I get it, and you get that sarcasm almost every time she talks.
We do our absolute best in trying to match you,
yes,
as well as
they
we can.
say they
do. Both said, you guys see values that.
Okay, hold on. He is really trying to sell it that they do their absolute best to match them. I mean, wait for the videos and you tell me if you think that they did their absolute best in matching these two.
You guys have, that are really, really compatible.
Really compatible. All right. They have traits that are really compatible. They do the absolute best to match them. That's what Pastor Cal says, the most pastor of all pastors. God. Let's see what their actual things say.
Definitely loyal.
Wants loyalty.
Kind.
Driven,
Like if you
kind.
were kind to others or yourself.
Okay. Loyal, driven, kind to others, kind to yourself. Let's see. Is Brennan loyal? Not even a little bit. He's ready to cut and run after the honeymoon. Is he driven? I don't, not in the relationship, maybe in his career. I don't know. It hadn't showed a whole lot about that. Kind? Has he ever been kind? I mean, what the hell? Everything she said is not what he is. So she was, and she said what she really wanted. So I get it. They're not matching based on exactly what you say. You cannot find an exact match. I get that. Matchmaking is BS most of the time anyway. It's just throwing stuff at a wall and see if it sticks. But even if you were a legitimate matchmaker, chances are you're not going to get everything you want. You're going to say some things, you're going to find some traits and try to kind of weave it in there because you don't want someone that is exactly like you. You need someone that has some different traits. That's the beauty of finding someone that you vibe with, that you love, that you can marry, that you can spend your life with. You have some different traits that complement each other. So of course you're not going to get everything, but he has nothing that she said in there. Absolutely nothing. And Brennan went on to say that everything she said in there is exactly how she is. She is the person she portrays in that video. So let's look at his video.
I'm extremely coachable and I want to get better at
relationships. He's extremely coachable.
I think this is the platform to do it.
He's extremely coachable and he wants to get better at relationships, and this is the platform to do it. He has literally done nothing that the experts have said. May I remind you, boop, that was his idea of touching. Instead of like, oh, it'll be nice to, I don't know, get naked and touch my wife and she can touch me. But no, that was his idea because it's childlike. He has literally taken no suggestions, and yet he claims he's coachable.
And I think that is huge in a relationship, and I'm a pretty selfless guy.
A selfless guy?
Like I put everyone before myself.
Oh my God. This fool lies through his teeth about absolutely everything. He is a pretty selfless guy. I put everybody above myself. Like, that is one of the most narcissistic things I've ever heard. I'm just the best person ever. I put everyone. I'm so selfless. You know what a selfless person doesn't do? Tell people that they're selfless. Other people will say that person's very selfless. They like to do for others and everything. Not the person themselves. If the person themselves says, God, I'm like so totally selfless, you know what they probably aren't? Selfless. So I'm going to go. The narcissism points are just ticking up. But you know, he lied through his teeth on there. Everything he said was a lie. He lied about himself. Now, if you're experts, you're relationship experts, you're whatever, Pastor Cal, a religious expert, I don't know. Y'all haven't been good at reading body language like at all. Y'all couldn't tell that maybe he's fibbing the truth a little bit. No, you know what? They probably looked into past relationships and realized that he wasn't the best person, but you know what it does? It sells ratings. It sells shows. That's what it does. So again, like I've said since day one, experts they are not, but they are trying to sell a TV show. And you know what? The TV show would be okay if it was literally just about finding love and getting people together that were good matches and getting married. But it wouldn't be as good as seeing a train wreck unfold, and it wouldn't have as many eyes on it, and they know that, and they want to keep their jobs. So it's not about the people. It's about the ratings, of course.
Kind of like the tale's old as time of hearing all the stuff you want to hear.
Now, he's asking if what he said, or Pastor Cal was asking if what she saw in the video was true and what he said was true.
And it's like a lot of the stuff that actually like isn't really there behind the scenes.
Exactly. So she's saying, she's trying so hard to be nice about it, which I don't understand. She's basically saying he's not the same person behind the scenes. She talked to her friend, and her friend said, you're very blunt. I don't think he likes that. When is she blunt? When has she really told him, other than a kind of passive-aggressive way, that stop being a douchebag? You're full of it. Never. She's done a little bit of pushback here and there, but he needs to hear that. He'd probably go and you'd be better off if you really push back, because guess what? This is a man who is very, very, very small inside. That's no man. I've already taken his man card, and we're going to talk about Michael later about taking his. But I've taken his man card because he is no man. Selfless? You let her carry up all her stuff. You know one thing that my dad instilled in me when I was young? I asked him one time, I said, why do me and you have to always carry in the bags for my sisters and my mom? I was like 10 years old. You know what he said? Because that's what men do. That is what men do. You did not learn that when you were a child. You did not learn that you do for your woman, you protect, you take care of. That was not something you learned. I am not saying a woman cannot work or anything like that. What I'm saying that as a man, your instinct should be to protect and to make sure things are taken care of. Heavy things, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Carrying up baggage is a very minor thing that you could have done and you didn't do. And yet, you are the most selfless person you know. God dang, man. This guy got problems, and he ain't never gonna find someone that deals with him. And if he does, I feel bad for her. I really do. Moving on to Becca and Austin. So I'm starting to really think that Austin just needs to man up and say, I'm not attracted to you, because it's starting to get a little crazy how he's constantly saying I need more time and constantly making excuses for not being intimate or for not having any kind of intimacy, which doesn't even have to be sex. And even Becca has said that, but yet there's always an excuse when she's like, I'm just talking about touching, kissing, you know, all these things. It doesn't have to be sex, although she's made it clear she wants that. But she's saying these other things and he's making excuses. So it's starting to get a little cringy, to be honest with you.
Slower than like I hope, or I don't
Slower
know
than
if
you
feel
hope.
Similarly, it's just
Of course she feels the same way.
okay, she does.
Yeah.
Dr. Pia said you make time.
Exactly. So he's basically saying one thing that he's been selling is that we haven't had the time, we've been so busy to be intimate. Yes, as a couple, you make the time. I gave him the benefit of the doubt in the sense that, yes, you're married, but you just met this person. But now it's like you're making excuses over and over and over again. If you're not attracted to whatever, say it. Stop stringing her along and giving her a complex when she's in the married mode and you're in the, I don't know, I just met you on the street mode. So stop letting the poor girl like think something's wrong with her. Just let her know, let her move on. Instead, you're doing, in trying to not hurt someone's feelings, you are going to hurt their feelings more. Like that's what people don't understand. Like, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I lied to you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Guess what happens? You hurt them more in the long run. So man up, because you ain't being a man either. A man takes responsibility. My God, none of these guys are men. None of them. Not one. Not one man in the lot.
Taking Dr. Pia's advice about like the foreplay throughout the day, like flirting.
Take
and
her
stuff
advice,
like that,
even
I
though
think
she's
is
an
really
expert.
important.
It's hard to fit it all in.
See, it's hard to fit it all in. He said it is hard to fit it all
As long
in.
as progress is being made.
What progress? In his mind, progress is being made. But literally, in this same interaction, he made a whole sell on the fact that, yes, they went to visit their family, but he was also dealing with allergies, and he just found out he's allergic to cats. There were 2 cats there, and he was having trouble breathing. I mean, it was a whole thing. Like, maybe you have allergies, I get it, but it doesn't take nothing to reach over and just touch your woman. Rub her leg. Show her that you care. But because you had allergies to cats, you couldn't do any of that? Dude, you sound like a freaking idiot. Like, no man. He is dangerously close to having his man card revoked. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Not yet, but it's going to happen.
It's actually because that's what I just want to do.
Yeah,
And like,
wants to
for
have
me,
sex.
It's just a matter of like, are we still moving forward?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think we'll have any issues.
And yet, look at her face. She okay, you can't look at her face because I'm going to click off. But she kind of laughed and snickered at it. I said, I don't think we'll have any problems. Dude, you have nothing but problems. What do you mean you don't think you'll have any problems? They're already there. What the hell are you talking about? Like, man. Like, I just want to see one guy in this show man up and just take responsibility. Don't lie. Say how they really feel. Don't be a douchebag. Just do what a husband does and be responsible. Be protecting. But I have not seen that yet. What the hell is wrong with them? Michael and Chloe. So they're just getting into it. They're going on their honeymoon. And I have reservations about this one from the beginning. I don't think it's going to last. I think she can't relinquish the control. I think he's too concerned with his fashion to really focus on a relationship and man up. But we will see what happens. Either way, red flags left and right. And I question who's the more feminine, who's the more masculine one in this relationship. Let's see what that looks like.
My 4 panic attacks had nothing to do with
4
you.
panic attacks.
They were,
4
For the
panic
record,
attacks.
they were the cutest panic attacks I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. The first night together, and he's like, oh, I slept good. And she's like, yeah, well, not me, not so much. My 4 panic attacks had nothing to do with you. No panic attacks during the day. And she goes on to say that her panic attacks only happen at night. Okay, I mean, like night terrors, I guess. But 4? What a specific number. And you saying like, and the way they go to describe it, it's like he leaned over and kind of put his arm on her like they were cuddling or whatever, and she kind of jumped. That's not a panic attack for one. Maybe you're a little uncomfortable, I get it, but over exaggerating it, saying you're having these panic attacks with normal stuff, you're basically downgrading like mental health and making it seem like you have this mental health crisis when you're just uncomfortable. So I call red flag on immediately saying, I'm having all these panic attacks. Then leave. Go. Don't be here. If you knew this was a problem, why are you here? If you knew this was going to be that uncomfortable for you, why are you? It would be uncomfortable for a normal person, but leave then. Otherwise, you're uncomfortable. Everyone would be in the situation, and you start to try to see if it's going to work, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But come on, man. 4 panic attacks? Give me a break.
love that you are ready with multiple outfit choices per day.
Multiple outfit
Probably
choices.
all the clothes in my closet would fit into 6 bags.
6 bags.
And I love that we've left
What
half
the
of
hell?
his closet at home.
She is completely sarcastic, and I don't blame her. 6 bags for him for different outfit choices every day? Again, what the hell kind of man is this? Like, what are you doing, dude? Fashion should not be something you are so worried about with your Louis Vuitton bag and your potential to buy $10,000 shoes. And your now wife is like, I'm glad we left half of his clothes at home, making jokes about you because you're a joke. What is wrong with you? You can be a nice guy, but damn, dude, priorities. Again, like I said, who is the more masculine one and who is the more feminine one? The guy who has 6 bags of multiple outfit changes a day, or the girl who's like, dude, you got too much stuff. What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Does she know that
Asking
we're
about if
married,
mom
we're
knows.
together? Does she know that yet?
She doesn't know. She doesn't
She
know.
doesn't know.
I did.
So he says his mom does not know that they are married yet. He goes on to explain, oh, she had a tough time with the first process, and I told my sister, but I didn't tell her, and I just don't want her to get disappointed or to, blah, 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 blah. If I were her, I would immediately be thinking, red flag. Like, again, you didn't tell your mom. Like, Cameron didn't tell his dad, and that was a problem. But medical issues, all these things, I get it a little bit more with Cameron's dad. And I think he's a little bit estranged from them a little more. But, and he doesn't talk to him as much, so I get that. He's supposedly very close with his mom, and yet you went and did this again without telling her. I would be concerned if I was Chloe. On this one, I would be concerned.
I make noises when I get massaged.
He makes noises when he gets massaged. Okay, all right, dude. And you know what the problem is with this? Okay, seriously, it's like they're playing out the man storyline on her part and the female storyline on his part. She scheduled rock climbing for them. He scheduled a massage, and they get in there, and he's talking about how he makes noises when he gets massaged. God. Okay, the evidence is... Man card is this close to be taken because tick, 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 tick. 6 bags of clothes, half your closet still at home, booking a massage while she books the rock climbing. God, man. Well, I don't know at what point my threshold is, but it's getting damn close there, buddy.
See, this is what I get for taking a long-ass bath.
I cannot take it anymore. Cut the man card. It's gone. Taken. Revoked. Gone. You lose it. You are not a man. Please tell me what the hell we are doing here. I just shouldn't have taken such a long bath as she is out there preparing a romantic dinner. Setting it up. What are the role reversal? What's going on? A long bath, my dude? Schedule the massage. Long bath. 6 bags of clothes. A whole closet full of clothes still at home. Dude, you are no man. What? I mean, you could be the nicest guy in the world, but you ain't no masculine man. What the hell has happened to masculinity? The demasculinization of men on this show is insane because none of them are men. She's doing more manly things than he is. What the? God, man. Who? Why? Why?
Honestly, it is scary. Like,
and she's breaking down again.
Too.
I'm saying I don't know if I can do this.
She doesn't know if she can do this. She doesn't know if she can do it. What the hell? She's just simply sat down, started having dinner with him, and she's basically saying, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know if I can do this. Is it going to happen again? I'll tell you one thing. The ratings would be good if it happens to him again. I don't think... Look, the dude definitely... he should be a little more masculine, little more manly with some of the things, because he's pretty damn feminine in a lot of things. However, does he deserve to be up and left again? No, probably not. I mean, this is ridiculous. So I don't know what's going to happen with this, but there are all kinds of red flags. None of them are going to make it. Brennan and Emily are doomed. Austin and Becca, he's clearly not into her. Michael and Chloe ain't going to make, no one is going to end up together. And then they're going to do the after effects, and maybe some of the people who weren't together will end up together. I don't know. It's going to be insane. But damn, do we have anyone with a man? I don't think, wait. I did not take Cameron's man card. I didn't take Cameron's man. I don't think, did I take Orion's man? No, I don't think I took Orion's man card either. I should have, but I was too focused on his victim mentality. God. So we are going to see how it plays out. None of them are going to last though. But hey, let's enjoy the time. Have a good old time with it. Good God. Thank you for the support and watching. Make sure you follow, comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you share it too. Let everyone know. I appreciate it. Hit the bell so you can make sure you get notifications when new shows come out. And also, once we get that 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be looking at that live show weekly. I can't wait for that. Thank you again, and I will see y'all next week.